And once you reach a 1400 is when you can become a coach and teach others.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct.
Perfect. Let's go to let's go to your customers, right? What are the expectations of the parents of, the children they put into your course?
So I think the majority of the expectation that we have from parents is not that they want to be a professional player. It's that they want their kids to learn chess and, to benefit them in a certain way. And for me, that's more than enough. As long as the children are having a passion for it, they're working hard, they're improving. Instead of spending their time on video games, on screen, they are playing chess with each other. For me, that's what's make me happy. That's more than enough.
Okay. I was again thinking about the Queen's Gambit as the series. So in that you see the lady who's the main character. She's able to, they're able to play chess with the mind because they know which sort of, what do you call it?
They can visualize the board. They visualize
this is at this box and this is at this box. And then, is that something which happens normally or is it?
Yeah. I once played a match with two of my best students, blindfolded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So without the chess set?
Like they were playing on the board, I was blindfolded.
So you were just telling, okay, move this to this. So you need to have the whole, the whole board in your mind.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a different memory technique. Okay. So that's something more that you will learn. Right. So I understand there are a lot of different strategies in chess. There are a lot of big strategies that you have to learn.
There are a lot of patterns.
Yes. Does everyone have a favorite pattern?
I mean, you cannot have a favorite pattern. It depends on what position comes on the board, right?
Okay. There are some patterns which are named after the grandmasters. Maybe they invented that strategy.
Yeah.
Right? Have you invented any strategies like that?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay, cool. So, I think the strategy that they have is based on the strength it provides from a certain, when you're in a certain position in the board, right?
Correct.
Right. So, could you name 2 or 3 of them just for our viewers?
Patterns, in a sense, there are opening gambits, there are checkmate patterns, there are many kind of patterns. If you want me to name some opening moves, there is the Italian game, there is the King's Indian defense, there is the French defense. If you want to name me some checkmate patterns, there is back rank checkmate, Anastasia checkmate.
So if you recognize the pattern, it's something which I relate to, there is something called the Chakravyuh in Mahabharata, right? So if you recognize the pattern, should you know how to, engage on that pattern for somebody, because somebody plays a pattern, would you be thinking of, okay, this is the pattern they're playing and how I can sort of, remove, get advantage?
Yeah, so there can be tactics on a board. Let us say that you're playing with your opponent and then you recognize a certain pattern, a certain checkmate pattern. And then you're like, okay, if I do something like this, maybe I can do a checkmate. So you start working on it. Even though you see the pattern, then you're able to recognize this is what I need to do. Because you have the pattern in your mind, you can recognize
this might be the next step. This might be what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. What is the sort of, let's say, I will not say an income, right, which somebody can make with chess as a coach, right, part-time,
right,
as one of the projects that they are doing.
Right.
What's a possible income stream you can get from 1,600 FIDE rating?
Right. So let me tell you, if you Google it up, it will show a completely different figure. But personally, from my experience, if you're around 1,600, you can easily make up to 1 lakh if you're a full-time coach.
Wow. Okay. So how do you recruit your trainers? Are they all at the 1,600 range? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So our recruitment
But you would not need that for, let's say, for children. I mean, depends on the age group, no?
Correct. So you don't need even a rated player for teaching a 5-year-old, 6-year-old who are learning from the basics. You need someone who's more good with children and who more has a passion of teaching.
Okay.
Right.
It's not exactly the game, it's how they relate to the customer, to the children first.
And if you have like a intermediate batch of 11, 12-year-olds who are competing professionally, for them we have a different set of trainers.
Okay.
Yes. But all our trainers have a minimum 10-year playing experience. Yes. And they go through 3 levels of screening where we check their chess playing experience. we check how good they are with children and how good they are at teaching.
Okay. On that same note, what's the difference between what you provide in a community setting to somebody going to a chess class somewhere?
Right. So if you're going to a physical center, you're going to get segregated, right? Everybody will go back to their own places. But if you're in your own community and you're learning over there, it's going to be creating a culture for people.
Right.
You can engage in your family, you can engage in your friends, you can have tournaments among yourself. It's beyond the classroom.
True. Exactly. I think that's a very good point. So you are able to practice more, you're able to build a culture around it.
Correct.
You'll be able to engage socially maybe, so.
Yes, definitely.
And today, anything to remove from the screen world, I think is something which a lot of people are looking for. And if it's this productive, I think that's good as well.
Yes.
Right. Your suggestions to, to our viewers who may not have started their journey in chess or, on how to discover chess. What are your suggestions? Let's say to entrepreneurs on learning chess. How did that make a difference?
For entrepreneurs playing chess, I think it will help you a lot with strategy. It will help you a lot with patience, right? I have a friend, he starts his day with a game of chess every day. He told me.
With whom? I mean, with somebody or the computer? Online.
Yeah, okay. You can play online.
Okay.
So
that gets his thinking.
Yeah, he told me it pumps up his mind in the morning.
Right. It's just like exercise.
Yeah.